Let's explore stories where emotions ran high, and people are left wondering, did I overreact? Story 1. I walked out of dinner because he wouldn't put his phone down. I, 28F, have been dating my boyfriend 30M for about a year. We've had issues before with him being on his phone too much, but I let it slide because I figured everyone needs some time to scroll. Last week, we planned a nice dinner at a restaurant we both wanted to try. I made reservations, got dressed up, really looked forward to it. From the moment we sat down, he was glued to his phone, first checking emails, then scrolling through videos. I tried to start conversations, but I was getting one-word answers while he kept looking down. I told him, "Can you put that away while we eat?" He mumbled, "I'm listening, just a second." After about 10 minutes of that, I'd had enough. I told him I was going to leave if he didn't stop. He laughed and said, "You're being dramatic." So I left, paid for my half, got a ride home. Later he texted saying I overreacted and embarrassed him in public over something small. I feel like I just wanted a little attention during our date. Am I overreacting? Story 2. I uninvited my friend from the wedding after she made a joke about my dress. I, 32F, am getting married in a few months, and I'm really proud of how I've planned everything myself. One of my friends, 33F, came with me to my final dress fitting. I was super excited to show her the dress. It's simple, elegant, and exactly what I wanted. As soon as I walked out, she laughed and said, "Oh, it's cute. Kinda plain though, isn't it?" I felt crushed. I know it's not a princess-style gown, but I loved it. I didn't say anything at the moment, but that night I texted her saying I didn't think she should come to the wedding if she didn't support me. She tried to say it was a joke, and I'm being too sensitive. Now others are saying it was just one comment and I'm blowing it out of proportion. Am I overreacting? Story 3. I blocked my coworker after she called me mom as a joke. I, 26F, work in an office where we all get along pretty well. I'm known for being the organized one, reminding people about meetings, keeping track of schedules, etc. One of my coworkers, 27F, started calling me mom whenever I reminded her about something. At first it was whatever, but then she kept doing it. "Thanks, mom." "Okay, mom," even in front of clients once. I told her to stop. It made me uncomfortable. She laughed it off. After she did it again in a group chat, I blocked her on everything outside of work. She's now telling people I'm being extreme. Story 4. I canceled the vacation because he invited his friend. I, 30F, planned a vacation with my boyfriend, 31M. We both needed time away, just the two of us. Flights, hotel, everything was set. A week before the trip, he told me his best friend, 30M, might tag along because he was going through stuff and needed a break. I was shocked. This was supposed to be our time. I said absolutely not, and he said, "Why does it matter? We'll still have fun." I told him if his friend was coming, I wasn't. He didn't back down, so I canceled everything. Now he says I ruined everything and should have been more understanding. Am I overreacting? Story 5. I refused to babysit because they didn't feed me last time. I, 24F, babysit for my sister, 29F, sometimes when she and her husband go out. Last time I watched the kids for over 6 hours. They didn't offer me any food, and there was nothing easy in the house. I left hungry, annoyed, but didn't say anything. When she asked me again, I told her I wouldn't, unless she made sure I was fed. She laughed and said, "You're just watching kids, not working a shift." I refused. Now she's telling everyone I'm petty. Am I overreacting? Story 6. I left the party after they started playing pranks. I, 27M, went to a friend's birthday party. I don't love big gatherings, but I showed up to support him. Everyone was drinking, laughing, and then someone brought out whipped cream and started spraying people as a joke. I hate stuff like that. I asked them to stop, but one guy sprayed my back. I got up and left. Later my friend texted saying it was all in good fun, and I shouldn't have taken it so seriously. Story 7. I threw away the gift he gave me because it was for his ex first. I, 25F, recently started dating a guy, 27M, who's been really sweet. For my birthday, he gave me this beautiful necklace in a little box, and I was honestly so touched until I noticed the tag still inside with an old gift note. It said, "To Sarah, love you always. My name isn't Sarah." I asked him about it, and he admitted it was originally a gift for his ex, but he never gave it to her because they broke up first. He said he didn't see the point in wasting something nice. I felt sick. That night I threw the necklace away. He's now saying I'm ungrateful and dramatic that it was just a piece of jewelry, and I could have just worn it without making it a big deal. Am I overreacting? Story 8. I told my friend not to post a picture of me, then unfollowed her when she did. I, 30F, went out with a group of friends to celebrate a birthday. I wasn't feeling great about myself that night. Stress, bad skin, just one of those days. One of my friends, 31F, took a group photo and I specifically asked her not to post it because I didn't like how I looked. She smiled and said, "Of course, next day it's up on her story, tagged and everything." I messaged her asking why, and she said I looked fine and that no one notices those things but me. I got upset and unfollowed her on everything. She called me sensitive, and some of our mutual friends say I'm overreacting because it's just a picture. Story 9. I left the group chat because they kept making fun of my hobby. I, 29M, am in a group chat with friends from college. We've stayed close, but lately they've been making fun of my new hobby, painting miniatures for tabletop games. Every time I post a pic or mention it, they send memes or say stuff like "still playing with toys." I told them it bothers me, but they brushed it off saying I need to lighten up. Last week I left the chat. Now a few of them are messaging me saying I'm being dramatic and that they didn't mean anything by it. Story 10. I didn't go to my sister's baby shower because she scheduled it on my birthday. I, 33F, and my sister, 29F, have always had a bit of tension. She's pregnant with her first child, and when she announced the date of her baby shower, I was surprised it was set for the same day as my birthday. I asked her if she could shift it, but she said it was the only date that worked for everyone else. I told her I wouldn't come because I didn't want to spend my birthday at her event, watching everyone celebrate her. She said I'm being selfish, that it's just a day and I should support her. Now our family is saying I made it about me. Story 11. I walked out of the wedding because they cut me from the speech last minute. I, 29F, have been best friends with the bride, 30F, since high school. We've been through everything together, and when she got engaged, I was one of the first people she told. I was honored when she asked me to be her maid of honor, and I took the role seriously, helping plan, supporting her through the stress, even covering some unexpected costs. She told me I'd be giving a speech at the reception. I spent weeks writing it, practicing, and even asked her about the tone she wanted. Everything seemed fine. But on the day of the wedding, just before the reception started, her new husband came up to me and said they were cutting my speech. He said they wanted to keep things moving and only wanted the fathers and best man to speak. I was shocked. I asked my friend about it, and she just said, "It's not a big deal, we're just tired." Tired? After all the effort, all the planning, I felt humiliated. So I left. Quietly. Didn't cause a scene. Later she texted me saying I was petty for walking out and that I ruined the vibe. Am I overreacting? Story 12. I left my own birthday party because they got the one cake I hate. I, 25M, have a strong dislike for coconut. Always have. Everyone who knows me well knows that. So when my girlfriend, 24F, and some friends planned a surprise party for me, I was excited until they brought out a big coconut-covered cake. I thought it was a joke. But no, they genuinely bought it because she said, "It's just cake, you can eat around it." I felt like they didn't care at all. She said it was cheaper, and they couldn't find the one I liked last minute. I tried to smile through it, but after a while I just told them I was leaving. She thinks I ruined the party and says I made it all about the cake. Am I overreacting? Story 13. I stopped talking to my friend after she didn't tell me about her engagement. I, 31F, found out through social media that one of my closest friends, 30F, got engaged. I was stunned. We talk almost daily, and she never even mentioned that a proposal might be coming. I congratulated her, but I also told her I felt hurt. She brushed it off, saying it happened fast and she was overwhelmed. Then she said she didn't think it was important to update everyone instantly. It's been weeks, and I still feel weird about it. I haven't reached out since, and now she's saying I'm acting like a child over something minor. Am I overreacting? Story 14. I refused to go to the group trip because they booked it without asking me. I, 28F, have a tight-knit group of friends. We usually plan trips together every year. This time, they went ahead and booked everything without me, dates, destination, everything. They said they assumed I'd be fine with it because I always go with the flow. When they told me I was upset, I had work conflicts with those dates, and they didn't check. I told them I wasn't coming. Now they're saying I'm punishing them and being difficult. Am I overreacting? Story 15. I refused to be a bridesmaid after she asked me to change my hair. I, 27F, have naturally curly hair that I've always loved. One of my friends, 28F, is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I was happy until she sent me a list of style preferences, including that she wanted all her bridesmaids to wear their hair straight for consistency. I asked her if I could keep mine natural, and she said, "It's just one day, and it would look better." I told her I couldn't do it, and that I wasn't comfortable being in the wedding if I had to change my appearance. She's now saying I made a small thing into a big issue. Am I overreacting? Story 16. I didn't let him borrow my charger and now he's not speaking to me. I, 23M, was at a coffee shop studying when a guy I know, 24M, sat at my table. We're friendly but not close. He asked to borrow my laptop charger because his was dying. The thing is, my charger is really old and finicky. If it bends the wrong way it breaks. I said no, explained that it's fragile, and I couldn't risk it. He looked annoyed, and said, "Wow, it's just a charger." Since then he's been cold, and told others I'm selfish. Am I overreacting for saying no? Story 17. I asked him not to wear shoes in my apartment. He said I'm controlling. I, 29F, have always asked guests to take off their shoes in my home. It's a personal preference, and it keeps things clean. My boyfriend, 30M, knows this, but last week he came over, walked right in with his shoes on, and when I reminded him, he laughed and said, "Relax, it's not like I'm tracking mud." I told him it bothered me, and he said I was too uptight about small stuff. I asked him to leave if he couldn't respect it. Now he says I'm overreacting. Story 18. I left the family group chat after they forgot my birthday again. I, 35M, have a big family, lots of siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles. We have a group chat where people share news, birthdays, events. Every year, I make a point to wish everyone happy birthday. But for the past 3 years, they've all forgotten mine. This year, no one said anything again. I waited all day, nothing. So I left the chat. My sister called me, saying I'm making a big deal out of something that doesn't mean they don't care. Am I overreacting? Story 19. I deleted our vacation photos because he posted them without asking. I, 26F, went on a weekend trip with my boyfriend, 28M. We took tons of photos, including some I didn't like. I asked him not to post any without showing me first. Next day, he uploaded a bunch, including the ones I specifically hated. I got upset, asked him to take them down, and he refused, saying, "You look fine, don't be so insecure." So I deleted them from his phone while he was in the shower. Now he's furious. Am I overreacting? Leave a like and a sub, and we'll see us in the next one.